right, Shalom. This is Ariel Ben Yasharallah down here in the Lions Den camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father, and to the Son, in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rechak, Wadash, Ma'amath. A double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. A double honor to my elder apostle as well, a hard one by Yasharallah down here in the Lions Den camp. And a sincere Tawada to the Akim, the Akwatim, and the Bunyam, the brothers, the sisters, and the children who are pushing truth and believe with sincerity. Tawada and Shalom. This lesson is going to be on belief, and this is laying backing off of the camp lesson that was led by the brother Araya Allah. His lesson was on unbelief. Unbelief of the heathen, unbelief of 2/3 of our people, and how it's gonna they're pretty much gonna get, caught with their pants down, pretty much. But so as a opposite to that, I'm doing it on belief, how powerful it is. All right. Like I haven't done it yet, but for the what's the name? For the cover art or the thumbnail of this video, I put it's the little bell from Polar Express. Now, not the Christmas theme, okay? But you could a person can only hear it ring if they believe in Santa and stuff like that. But that's not the whole point. But the point is like the belief part, and in the movie, it'll ring if you do, and it don't ring if you don't. But even if you don't believe, the Lord is still coming back. The dollar is still going to crash. America is still going to burn. All right. So, but even more so with that belief, all right, Lord willing, I and the brothers I teach with, we have that number, receive spiritual power when you believe. All right. Receive the kingdom when you believe. All right. Lord willing, be a part of the first fruits when you believe. All right. What's the name? Seeing the chariots. All right. Everything is just so much more grand when you believe. And this is Matthew chapter 17, verse 18. It says, and Yahweh shall rebuke the devil. All right. And this is Yahweh shall when he was, when he cast an unclean spirit out of somebody. It was like it, dang. 17 and 18. It says, and Yahweh shall rebuke the devil and he departed out of him. And the child was cured from that very hour. All right. Verse 19, then came the disciple to Yahweh shall apart and said, why could we not cast him out? Right. Because the disciples were trying to cast out the devil, the demon from the dude, but they couldn't. And Yahweh shall said unto them, because of your unbelief. All right. So that's the first thing he said, because of your unbelief. So we have to believe that he is. All right. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. We have to believe that Yahweh the Father is, that he exists. Yahweh, that's his name. He exists. He is. All right. And then more so that we come to that when we come to him, in the name of, Bahasham, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that he can do any and all things. So we have to truly believe. All right. And people think, these Christian churches, they think believing is just, hooting and hollering and running up the aisles and, doing all that bullshit. But believing is truly putting these on the forefront of your mind, really using this, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as a lamp unto our path. Going back into the verse, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you, Khan. And right now, the sincere brothers who are teaching out on the highways and byways, we're saying to this mountain, all right, this government, get out the way. All right. Not only that, you're about to be destroyed. Your Esau is about to get moved out of the way by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And nothing shall be impossible unto you. This ain't the point, Slakia. But verse 21, howbeit this kind goeth out. It's like this kind goeth not out by prayer and fasting. All right. But prayer and fasting are very good. That's how we increase in our faith. That's how we increase in our belief. All right. But ultimately it's that belief that's needed. All right. That belief. So this is Matthew chapter 21, verse 21. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, right? We can't have a doubt within us. All right. If we, and even if you're doubting yourself, you're like, oh, I'm not really, you got to remember the Lord created you. The Lord molded you for that specific situation that you're, that you're going through. All right. And when you doubt yourself, you're doubting the Lord. The same thing Moses said unto the Lord. What's the name? Go and tell my people. And then Moses was like, nah, you got the wrong dude. I ain't even like that. Da 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 da. And the Lord was like, I created your mouth. I'm gonna put my words in your mouth. All right. So, having doubt within ourselves, and that doubt just stems from the world. It just stems from the flesh. It stems from us. It just stems from our flesh wanting to believe everything that these people say about us. Of course, you got the proverbs and bywords that were placed upon us, as a curse from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but ultimately, you're not supposed to listen to that. All right, when Esau and these other nations call us, niggers, spicks, wetbacks, all that shit, whatever other slur you can think of, it's just proverbs and bywords, and we're not to believe on that. All right, we're not to have that truly dwell in us. Let me get back to the verse. Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, and what he did to the fig tree was made it wither by telling it to wither, pretty much telling it to die. But also, if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. And again, we are doing that with this government, with this country, America right now. All right. Verse 22, and all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. Right. You have to believe on the Father and the Son, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We have to believe. Belief is such an important thing. And it's what's the name? IUIC, ISUBK, and all these other false Israelite camps, they don't really harp on that as much as they harp on the laws. All right, they just say you got to follow the laws, you got to wear your fringes, and that's it. All right, they don't talk about the faith, they don't talk about the hope. All right, they don't talk about what's the name? I can't think of the word. I'm drawing a blank. Faith, hope, love, true charity. All right, not giving food out, passing to the homeless, shit like that, but true charity. Making sure you're wiping the inside of your cup, which is yourself, so that way you can receive the water from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so that we can pour water into others. All right, they don't do that. All right, they don't truly believe in the Lord. They believe in filthy lucre. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Because you could, I'm about to change locations real quick. You can, Slakia. You can, follow the laws to the T all day. I mean, shit, you can get a heathen person or a monkey to follow the law, statutes and commandments of the Lord, all day. But if they don't believe on the Lord, if they're not truly being sincere for the Lord, like the scriptures say, the true worshipers shall worship me in spirit and in truth. All right, it's going to be for naught. All right, so you have to truly believe. All right, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right, these individuals who claim that they love the Lord, they're not diligently seeking the Lord. All right. Those in sincerity and truth truly seek the Lord. All right. Truly seek his name, because we know that, oh, wait, if this individual, this Messiah is a Hebrew individual, he gonna have a Hebrew name. And when you read the story, you get into the truth of things. All right, because you sincerely want to believe in him. You're sincerely and diligently seeking him. All right, so comes of it, comes about truly diligently seeking him. All right, so we have to believe, love, hope, and pray. All right, on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so that way we can get up out this place, because we all want salvation. We all want to be saved from this place. All right, as I was driving, I'm at a trail, a little hiking trail near my place, a little park. And as I was driving here, I saw a dude sitting on the side of the road, and he had his hands on his head. He just looked like he was just stuck in a rock and a hard place type shit. He was just, I don't know what he was going through, but I know he was going through it. All right, but as much as, we all go through it, though we that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're never going to be in such a state. We're never going to be we're never going to be weakened. I should say. Well, no, that's not a good way to say it. When you believe on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're never going to be like sad. All right. Well, all right. No, so a better way. You're never going to be consumed by your emotions. I'll say that. That's a better one. You're never going to be consumed by your emotions when you truly believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Of course, you have emotions. They might stir up within you. All right. But when you believe on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to know that it's not wise to move off your emotions. You're going to know that whatever you're going through is only going to last but for a short time. Even more so, our lifespan, this kingdom is but for a short time as well. All right. All right. This is Psalms chapter 112, verse 1. It says, "Praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man that feareth the Lord, that delighteth greatly in his commandments." Right. And also with belief, shoot, a lot of people don't fear the Lord. All right, all these Christians talk about God is love. They gonna be in for a rude awakening once they see his hate, once they see his wrath. All right, once they see his displeasement. Displeasement? I don't think that's a word. Displeasement. Once they see that he's displeased with their deeds, I'll say that. Once they see that he's displeased with their deeds, and he don't vibe with what the fuck they doing, celebrating Christmas and all that shit. All right. It's like people are going to be really, really surprised and in for a rude awakening, because they don't truly fear and believe in the Lord. Verse 2, his seed shall be mighty upon the earth. The generation of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches shall be in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. Unto the upright ariseth light in the darkness. He is gracious and full of compassion and righteousness. Right. We want to believe on the Lord, have faith in him, so that way we can be upright. And when we are upright and we arise, when we be upright, there arises light in the darkness. All right. We're in the hour of darkness right now. This entire Ratazah, this entire earth is consumed in darkness because of the ruling power that controls it. All right, it's just pure and utter darkness. It's a whole bunch of debauchery all around this place, But once we truly believe on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, and when we make ourselves upright, all right, that's where that light gets turned on. Not us, but that light of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai enters into us. All right. Verse 4, unto the upright there arises light in the darkness. He is gracious and full of compassion and righteousness. Slaki and righteous. A good man showeth favor and lendeth. He will guide his affairs with discretion. Surely he is not. Slaki, I'm trying to. I'll select you. I wanted to get all eight of these verses, and in terms of belief, they got lost. Select you. Verse 5, a good man showeth favor and lendeth, he will guide his affairs with discretion, right? Believing on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to guide all of our affairs, all of our doings, everything that we do, every step we take, we're going to guide it with discretion. We're going to use discretion, all right, discernment, all right, using Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I was talking to these two dudes at the when I was sitting by the river, and they were like, yeah, you know, all this rainbow people stuff. If you catch my drift, the L, ABC, X, Q plus, all that shit. They were like, you know, all that shit crazy, and all that shit not cool. You know, people don't need to have an open mind. And I said, it's okay having an open mind. You just have to have a foundation. You have to have a proper filter. Or it's not what goes into a man. It's what comes out. All right. You know, we go about this day. We go about our day in this world, but we make sure that we're not letting it pollute us or consume us. All right. With discretion, verse 6, surely he shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be in an everlasting remembrance. Look at Adam. All right, you know, we remember him. every other individual that was led by the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we remember them. We still say their name. All right, we still say their deeds and what they did for the Lord, and the Lord allowed them to be remembered. All right, and they're going to be remembered forever and ever. We're going to go into the kingdom, you know, still talking about Moses. We probably gonna know Moses. Shoot. Remembrance. Verse 7, he shall not be afraid of evil tidings. Right. We're not going to, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. All right. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. All right. We're not going to fear evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. That word fixed means like it's welded. It's fixed in there. All right. Like a Lego. You ever had that those two Legos that's just really stuck together? They're fixed together. All right, and that's how we have to be for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, making sure that we're just clinging on to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's the only thing that can help us. All right. Yeah, it's not wicked or anything like that to stockpile food or get some ammo or something like that. You know, that's not bad. But if you're putting your hope and your faith and your belief that those things are going to get you out of trouble, that's where you're messing up at. We have to put our hope, our faith, and our belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so that way, if anything comes unto us, we know that it's going to get properly dealt with by Yahweh Shem Yahushua through us. Verse 8, his heart is established. He shall not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. Right. So he shall not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. Right. His heart is established. All right. Established in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. Until he sees, I'm laughing. He shall not be afraid, because right now we're not afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. Right. We're going to see our enemies get burned away, man. We're going to see our enemies go through some stuff, and that's going to be fearful. All right. Though, we believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we still are in this flesh. All right. If you walking down the street and you see a group of YNs, and then all of a sudden you just see a big old piano fall out the sky and land on top of all of them, you're gonna be like, whoa, where the piano's just falling out. You're gonna be a little bit scared, but at the same time, you're like, well, hey, Kahalayim Law, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all praises that it didn't land on me. All praises that those YNs are going to meet the Father, But ultimately, it's just we have to do our utmost to put our hope and our faith and our belief in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because things are gonna get real bad. Am I still recording? Oh, bet. All right. Con, this is John chapter 7, verse 38. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." All right, here's the point right here in 39. "But this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Holy Spirit was not yet given, because that Yahweh Shai was not yet glorified." Right. And right now, Yahweh Shai, he is glorified on the right hand of the Father, sitting more likely on the edge of his seat, waiting to come back and do his Father's work, finish his Father's work. All right. And right here, believing on Yahweh, believe on him. It's like, which they that believe on him should receive, right? We want to receive that spirit from Yahweh Shai, so that way we can go unto the Father Yahweh and he sees the Son, all right, rather than a clump of dust, you know. It's the hope and the prayer, hoping and praying and having faith and believing on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that spirit comes upon us, so that way we can not only go into the Father, but also, help other individuals, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So give those who are thirsty drink. All right. Con. So I pray and hope this lesson was edifying, and shalom.